Hey guys, it's Uzette from Coffee TV 20 and very excited because we are here today at the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose. We're going to learn a lot about the house. Today we're joined by Walter Magnuson. He is the general manager of the Winchester Mystery House. Walter, tell us some history about the house.
Well, the Winchester Mystery House is an incredible American story, and the origins really start in New Haven, Connecticut. Sarah Lockwood Pardee was born there right around 1840. She was well-to-do and had a wonderful family and wonderful upbringing by all accounts. And she fell in love with the second president of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, William Wirt Winchester. And they married and they had a baby who unfortunately they lost at just a few weeks old. And William got sicker and sicker and unfortunately passed very young due to tuberculosis. After a period of idyllic upbringing, she started to feel cursed and started to feel, why are all these terrible things happening to me? And as the story goes, she sought out a medium, which is what spiritualists of the time would have done, to try and get counsel and better understand why these things were happening. And the medium said that it was the karma and the energy and history of the gun that won the West that was starting to affect her and those around her. So he advised her to just get out of New Haven, head west, and build a house to appease the spirits. And as long as it remains in a state of constant construction, you will live forever and you'll hold them at bay.
Can you please give us a description as far as the architecture of the house?
So when she first purchased this belonged to a prominent doctor and was a 8-bedroom farmhouse. So the house was just very, very basic. We were surrounded by orchards, prunes, walnuts, and especially apricots were farmed and harvested here. I believe it was about 160 acres. And then she owned several other properties in surrounding areas as well. She began construction as soon as she purchased the home, and that construction went on for 38 straight years, only ending on the day she died, September 5th, 1922.
Give us a description, all the staircases, the kitchens, and the windows, everything that goes along those lines.
This home is incredibly unique and makes up about 25,000 square feet. It has 10,000 windows, which they say is more than the Empire State Building. It has, of course, 13 bathrooms. It has 47 fireplaces and about 30 staircases. And it is full of very, very unique attributes and some that will have you scratching your head. We could not be more proud of this property, that as Silicon Valley gets bigger and bigger and grows up around us, we continue to entertain and host people from around the world. We opened for tours June 30th, 1923. So it's been nearly 98 years that we've been open.
Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House.
And we hope to be here for the next 98.
We have heard about and read about people that have had some paranormal experiences here. Have you heard of any, and have you experienced any?
Even in Sarah's lifetime, there was a lot of sort of intrigue about this unique structure. Before the 1906 earthquake, it was actually 7 stories because there was a tower that collapsed. So it was very, very imposing, and Sarah was very, very private. So even in her lifetime, there were newspaper stories about this bizarre home and this mystery house and what happens on the other side of the gate. So by the time it opened for tours, there was a lot of demand for locals to come see it and come experience it. And very quickly there were stories of folks who worked here and guests who came about footsteps or drafts or voices, things like that. Very, very common, especially for the staff here, where they just think it must be another staff member a few rooms ahead, and then they get to that area and no one's there. We've all experienced things like that. There's a physical manifestation that many guests have seen that we've nicknamed the wheelbarrow ghost, or Clyde, and that seems to be a worker who is still working here for Sarah. But we've had a number of mediums and sensitives come here, and it never feels like a malicious or kind of evil, scary thing. I certainly never feel alone in the house, but it doesn't feel negative in any way. And James Van Prague, who's a fantastic medium, gave a seance here and toured the home, and he said that he really thought Sarah would be very pleased that so many people were still admiring her handiwork, this many years later. So we hope that is the case.
Tell us what kind of tours you have going on right now.
We're very, very excited that we were able to get the indoor tours back open recently. And during the day, it is a self-guided experience with plenty of space in between you and other parties. And the daytime focus is a little more historical, learning about Sarah and the workers here and the craftsmanship and some of the rooms, histories. This time of year, though, a lot of folks, especially locals, like to come here and kind of more in the spirit of Halloween. So at night, this is the first time we've ever done this. We have done flashlight tours and nighttime experiences and before, but we've never done it where it's truly self-guided. We put a lot of space in between each party, so it's just you and flashlights, and you're hearing some stories as you move along, and you're seeing some visuals as you move along, but it really should feel like you're alone exploring the house. So a lot of the guests have really enjoyed it. It's definitely back to basics, something we would have done in the 20s or 30s, but people are really enjoying it.
If you'd like to purchase tickets for the tours or watch the virtual tour or just learn about the history of the Winchester Mystery House, you can go to winchestermysteryhouse.com. That's winchestermysteryhouse.com. I'm Uzette for Coffee TV 20. We are locally brewed.